Daytona 500 when we come back on NBC. The Daytona 500, the great American race, has come down to what will be a final, frantic, 6-lap sprint to the checkered flag. Jeff Gordon leads. Sterling Marlin is second, both two-time Daytona 500 winners, but they've got a hungry pack behind them who've never won it before. Ward Burton and Elliott Sadler in third and fourth. Then more experience. The 86 winner, Jeff Bodine, in fifth. And Dale Jarrett, a three-time 500 champion, in sixth.
And this restart is going to be the whole marbles here. Jeff Gordon's got to be careful that Sterling Marlin doesn't lay back and get a run on him on the back straightaway.
You ready? Green flag, green flag.
If they don't get by Jeff Gordon before they come around the next time, they will not pass it. And
Michael Waltrip. Jeff Green is involved.
Jeff Gordon spinning down the inside.
Gordon is in the grass. They're racing for the lead at the head of the pack, double wide.
Stay below the white line. You got some people out there. There you go.
Sterling Marlin, he's got damage. He must have hit Gordon.
And here comes Ward Burton on the outside. He's got
Back around, track's clear.
With Elliott Sadler giving him some help. Here's Jeffrey Bodine trying to help the 40 car.
Caution flag is out. This could be the race to the finish of the Daytona 500.
You'll see some rubbing here, I'm sure, getting back to the line. This may be it.
6 cars sprinting toward the caution flag. Marlin inside, seeking his third 500 win. Ward Burton trying to get his first victory. 2 dodges, drag racing back to the caution flag. Who's going to get there first? Marlin by a nose.
I think what happened was Sterling Marlin went down to go underneath Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon went to put the block on, and he went across the nose of Sterling Marlin's car, and that's what's spun him out.
The race is not over. They're going to red flag the event. They're going to stop the field, restart the race, and try and settle it.
And Terry Labonte, a lot of damage to the nose of that car. And with Sterling, can he last a couple of laps under the green?
And I believe that's where Jeff Gordon came across the nose of Sterling's car.
Jeff Gordon on pit road. He may not be out of this yet if they're red flagging this thing, Bill.
Jeff Gordon on pit road. The spotter said we got spun. The car looks fine. He's getting right side tires. This is supposed to be a 4-tire stop. They want to get on pit road and get off of it before the red flag comes out. Left sides will go on. We'll have plenty of room to get out of pit road. They tighten the lugs, check the roof flaps, pull the fender away from the front left tire, and send Gordon back out off of pit road.
But he came in while the pit road was closed. So he's going to have to go to the end of the line on the restart. We'll double check that to be sure, but the red flag with the gold cross signaling pit road is closed is out.
Now there's only about
there it is.
14 cars on the lead lap. The red flag's coming out.
Hey, Jeff, they're stopped back there, so be careful coming off too.
The red flag is out over the Daytona 500 with 4.5 laps to go.
But who did all this crashing on the backstretch off turn 2? See the debris off turn 2?
I think that was pieces still probably coming off the cars from the wreck on
the wreck on the front stretch. I got you.
Wow.
That may even...
fault. I mean, Sterling hung back so much there that, I mean, you know, I didn't have a choice but to slow down there. And he had a run on me and I blocked him, you know, got myself turned.
Got myself turned.
Yep. Jeff Gordon's explanation. Let's take a look at what happened all over the place.
Well, here's what we're talking about. This is so key on this restart. Sterling was laying back. Now, all these guys back here are jamming up because some of these guys laid back before the restart.
Michael Waltrip hit by Mark Martin.
Rusty Wallace is involved.
Watch Waltrip almost go by the pace car here.
Yikes.
And Robert Presley's car being pushed on pit road.
Man, pace car gassed it right there at the last second.
One more look. We see him, Jeff Gordon, bring them down really, really slow. And then Mark Martin runs in the back of Michael Waltrip. And
now watch here, Sterling Marlin goes underneath of Jeff. Jeff goes down, tries to run the black block on Sterling, and runs across the nose.
But Marlin was below that yellow line, wasn't he? That's out of bounds. Drivers were told in the drivers' meeting, if you go below that yellow line and advance your position, you're going to be penalized.
That's right.
Will they penalize Sterling Marlin there?
There's Jeff Green.
What a mess.
On board with Bill Elliott. That's 2 wrecks he just has driven right by.
Good job.
Okay, go ahead, Alan.
Now watch the yellow line on the... No, you won't see it. Well, there we go.
He was down there.
Jeff does a pretty good job down on the grass.
You got some people out there.
All right, now watch the yellow line at the bottom of the track. See if Sterling Marlin goes below that yellow line.
This line here.
If you go below the yellow line and advance your position, that's a penalty.
Marlin's inside of Gordon. There's the contact.
Well, I don't know. He definitely had the left sides below the yellow line. Now, whether or not he didn't, I don't think the right sides, the whole car was ever below the yellow line, but he definitely had the left sides. That's a tough call by NASCAR. It's a judgment call and a very tough call.
One more look. Jeff Burton got a piece of it. Terry Labonte, Rusty Wallace, and Bill Elliott.
And there you see the 40 car with the left sides below the yellow line. But the NASCAR officials are seeing the same pictures we are, so they'll make a decision.
And we'll wait to see what that decision is.
I think another problem he's got is that right rear, or that right front tire is rubbing pretty hard on that fender, so it may not make a difference.
That's John Darby, the guy in the blue shirt. He's the new Winston Cup director.
And the man in the blue sport coat right of the screen with the dark glasses is David Hoots. He is the race director. He's the referee, basically. His call, ball or strike.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm sure he's checked. He may have been wondering how that right front damage looks.
The car.
Sterling Marlin is jumping out of his car. He's going around to look at the right front fender. But, oh, he can't do that.
You can't work on your car under the red flag. That's the NASCAR rule.
Pull it off a little bit.
You're not allowed to work on your car under the red flag. Matt?
Well, Alan, down here in the 40 pit, Lee McCall, the biggest concern is that right front fender. How is it?
Well, we don't know. We don't know yet. We think it's rubbing a little bit, but we'll just have to see when Sterling comes around, and hopefully it's okay. You know, I don't know what happened out there, but it's just been an awesome day for the Coors Light race team and everybody that at Chip Ganassi Racing. All the guys back at the shop give us a great car, and guys had great pit stops today. So every how it comes out, we had a good speed week.
Sterling looked at it. What did he say?
They wouldn't let him look at it, so I don't know. I don't know how bad it is. We'll just have to, let's see. We might have to come in. We don't know yet.
Hey, Matt,
Danny.
Tell Lee that they wouldn't let him pull it out. They let him look at it. They wouldn't let him pull it out.
Lee, they let him look at it, but they wouldn't let him pull it out because you know that's against the rules under red flag conditions.
Yeah, I guess.
Good answer.
I don't know. You know, again, it's just been a great day for the whole organization. Hopefully he can get it out enough.
Hopefully he can get it out. But again, you're not allowed to work on the car during a red flag condition.
That's right.
So, a couple of things that we'll wait to hear from NASCAR on. Sterling Marlin below the line.
Watch Sterling jump out of the car here.
And is he working on his car under the red flag?
That looked like a pull to me. I don't know about you.
See the official jump out of the pace car saying, hey,
you can't do that.
No. Get back in there. Well, we have seen our share of twists and turns over the years in the Daytona 500, but this one just may top them all. I mean, we've had all kinds of things happen here in this last hour of the race.
We see the 33 car up there, Mike Wallace. He told me, Andy Petrie told him, Mike, if you finish in the top 5 in the Daytona 500, we'll go to Rockingham next week. Doesn't look like the 33 is going to go to the Rockingham race.
Here's another look. Marlin, left side tires below the yellow line.
You see the yellow line and you see the cars there.
The only judgment is that NASCAR has to make here is because he's clearly below the line. Did he advance his position by going down there? Or did he come back up behind Gordon on the track? That's the call.
Well, I mean, you're not supposed to be below the yellow line, and Jeff wasn't below the yellow line and got spun out.
And the other one is he clearly was pulling on that fender on the backstretch. Clearly.
Boy, John, this is a tough. I would see Mike Helton there, the president of NASCAR, on the phone talking to someone.
That's Mike just on the left of the screen. I hear Jeopardy music playing somewhere. The referees in race control.
Talk about getting thrown in the fire, huh, John Darby?
Man, oh man, the first race, and look at how tough, what a tough calls he's got to make.
Another look at it from Jeff Gordon's onboard camera.
There we see the contact, and now we see Sterling clearly below the yellow line, but the right sides never go all the way below it.
But see, what might get him off the hook, he's behind him here. He advances his position after Gordon spins. I mean, that might be what they're thinking.
There you go. And there you see the contact.
Well, I don't imagine they're too happy in Jeff Gordon's pit.
That's not Bill. What are they saying down there?
Well, let's find out. Robbie Loomis has been on the radio talking to Jeff. He's also been, you've been doing a little lobbying here. First of all, I know you're disappointed about what happened. It looked like you were talking, A, about Sterling's position on the restart, and then B, his appearance out of the car on the backstretch, Rob.
Yeah, the restrictor plate racing, you know, it's real important that you lay back on the start like they did to get a good run. That's what caused the big wreck back here behind him. And then when it kind of eased below the line there to turn us, and then he got out to fix it on the back straightaway under red. But we'll let NASCAR deal with it. They usually are pretty fair. You know, the rule is you can't work on your car at all under red, and we'll see what they say.
So you made your point to the NASCAR official working your pit. What did you see on the monitor, Robbie?
All I saw on the monitor was him trying to get his fender clear and, you know, where the thing will clear. But we'll leave it up to NASCAR. They've been doing a good job with it. We'll see what they decide.
Okay, that's the story from the 24 pit. Matt?
Well, down here in the 40 pit, Tommy Baldwin Jr., Ward Burton's crew chief from the 22 team, came down and talked to Tony Glover, the team manager. He says, look, God forbid anything should happen to your tire, tell him to pull left out of traffic and we'll go by on the high side. So if you should have some kind of trouble with that tire, if it indeed rubs and does start to go down, pull to the left and we'll go by on the right side.
That's not going to work, Matt, because if that tire goes down, the car on its own is going to the right.
I'm just looking over there. BP, look over there. I know there's a judgment call over there. We don't see any French judges in there, do we?
I don't see it anyplace.
We'll be okay then.
Should be okay.
All right. The officials are talking about it, trying to figure out what they're going to do. We're waiting to hear. Was Sterling Marlin out of bounds and advance his position? Did he work on his car under the red flag? What's it going to be?
Well, I
it's
think we all
obvious he
saw
worked
him
on his
pull
car.
the fender
That's
out.
pretty obvious, Al.
Yeah, we all saw that, so we know he tried to pull the fender away from the tire. Now, the yellow line situation down in turn one,